Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Pyramid Reborn. In the last episode, we were working on... What were we doing? We found something that we could do, but I don't think it did anything for us. We were kind of just looking at all of the different machines and stuff we could make and trying to figure out power and all that kind of fun stuff. And honestly, we just need to keep going with this. So between episodes, I was working on one. I don't remember if I did this on camera or not, but putting a generator here just to kind of boost power. That'll eventually get done, and we'll get our aluminum so we can finish the garden cloche. But the big thing that I did between episodes was I prepared literally all of the resources we need to make the Petrotheum dust. Petrotheum dust, I guess it's called. So we need a lot of this basalt powder, which is literally just obsidian. And we need, I think I figured it up to be 50 recipes of this, so we should be able to start working on this pretty easily. So what we're gonna do is 18. Why is so 180? Or did we need 100 recipes of that? Yes, we needed 100 recipes, excuse me. So, in order to get that all taken care of, we need just a little bit more redstone, I do believe. We'll see. So we need to magma crucible all of this. And we can go ahead and turn this all into redstone. And yes, last episode we were working on the refined storage. That's right, that's what we were doing. Mod that's kind of like old school applied energistics. But we went ahead and made this guy, the crafting grid. So we need a total of what? I don't know what this is going to get us, by the way. That looks like an energy cell. We need 50 buckets of Petrotheum. Now, something I actually want to look up. Upgrade. Is there... Feed the Beast achievements. Extra utilities. Open computers. Yeah, it looks like refined storage. Yeah, here they are. Harden upgrade kit. So if we make these, I believe that will get us what we want when it comes to that stuff. We can actually upgrade our energy cells. That is how it's done now with thermal expansion, which was something I wasn't really familiar with. Let's go ahead and break this guy for right now. So we can upgrade this guy, and let's go ahead and do that. Store more power, all that kind of stuff. So what we need, what are they called? Upgrade kits. So upgrade kit. We need hardened, so that is bronze, redstone, and want a little bit more bronze. And we'll need some Invar as well, so that's 3 iron and a nickel. And those should be easy enough to do. So there's 40. Go ahead and get that going. This is taking quite a while, which it's going to. So we need 100 of each of these guys. So what we'll do is we'll get, so there's 40 in there. This will be 48, and we'll get 2 more here in a second. And then what's the reinforce? More electrum and silver gear. Okay. I think we can handle that. We need something like that. So there is 50. And yeah, that'll take a little bit of time. It is 200 destabilized redstone each, so I believe we're gonna need a little bit more, but we'll worry about that later. So something like this. And we have enough stuff. Do we have any extra Invar? No. So let's grab a block of iron, and it's 2 in 1, not 3 in 1. Oh well. Close enough. Alright, and then I think we're going to need some more iron. We're going to need a little bit of redstone. And we can get more redstone if we need it. So let's go ahead and make this upgrade. And we're missing, one invar. That's right. I got it. So there is that upgrade. And then we should be able to make this one with aluminum glass or tin glass, hardened glass, silver. Looks like any of the glasses, which is going to be more obsidian and lead, which, do we have any more obsidian? Yes, we do. So just throw one of those in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put that in there. So we just need a piece of lead. That'll cook up. Now I wonder if it will allow us to do this with the thing we already have, but let's go ahead and make a little bit more redstone. Not much. I think 2 is what we're gonna need. We'll find out at the end, but we'll let that go for just a little bit. And can we make this? We certainly can. So there's the reinforced. To go signalum, we need Petrotheum dust, which I don't think we have access to. We need snowballs, and I don't know that we have snow yet. So something we can't do, but that's fine. Getting to this point is good enough. So I believe all we have to do is shift click twice. And now this thing will store 18 million RF, which is more than enough. So while we're kind of just waiting, let's go ahead and get some more power going. I don't know that I'm making any ethanol right now. That is something we could probably find out. And we can certainly chop down trees and all that kind of fun stuff. I've considered automating trees. I don't know if it's actually necessary for this mod pack, just because with the vein miner or whatever, or excavator, whatever the mod is, there's like 3 or 4 that do the same thing. It's not really needed. It just makes your life a little bit easier. So we are not making any ethanol there. And this guy just doesn't have enough resources. So let's throw in some of that. And we'll grab some wheat. And we can probably end up making some plant balls, which work just fine. But I have to remember, what's the best way to make biomass with when it comes to, because okay, saplings will give you, okay, plant balls give you 450, which is better than the biochaff stuff, because that gives you the same amount, but it is more expensive. It's 16 seeds, I believe. Yeah, it's 16 seeds versus 8. So it's better to go with the plant balls than the biochaff. So saplings with water is 250. And I believe it's 8 saplings. So saplings themselves are better. But what about wheat? Can you just do wheat straight in there? Wheat is 50. 50 times 8 is 400, so it's better to do the plant balls as well. By 50. So that's not a bad conversion rate, I guess. We can do that. And how is this coming? So we have 60 in there. Let's see, there's 48. There's 50. And we're getting close. And then we get to have the fun part of turning it all into other stuff. So we have an iron drum. How much does that store? More than enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and make another drum. And iron is just fine, so it's just a lot of iron. Let's get like a couple blocks. And let's get 2 blocks because I think that will be enough. So something like that, and then we make cauldron, and then iron drum. I like the reinforced drums. The way they look are really cool. It's just an iron drum with some gold and diamonds. Stone drum is really cheap though. So if you are ever in need of storing any kind of fluid and you have extra utilities, you use a stone drum. It makes sense to do that. So pretty much where we're at right now is we're waiting for power, and we're waiting for processing. So let's take a look at what else we can get into. Right now, one of the things that we're going to have to get into is the programmer, which requires a lot of stuff from PneumaticCraft, including plastic. Plastic is not going to be fun. In order to get into plastic, we are going to need a bunch of things. Specifically, we need this guy right over here. I believe it's that. It's called like Amadron. Yes, Amadron tablet. This guy. We can't make it because it requires plastic, but we can use it. And basically what it is you'll buy stuff from to get access to other things. So it's basically a villager trading system. That being said, we are going to need emeralds. And I really don't know how we're supposed to get emeralds. The Amadron tablet might be the key. Yeah, that's going to be the key. We're going to have to buy emeralds with this guy. I almost guarantee it. So, while we're kind of waiting on that, we can go ahead and get into PneumaticCraft. So, one of the first things you want to make is a pressure chamber. This guy is literally just compressed iron, and all you have to do is explode iron, and that's literally it. So just do that. We have 36. This is almost done, luckily, and then we just have to wait on everything else. How is this doing on power? We're going up considerably. That is a good sign. We'll let that kind of prepare, and then what we'll do is we'll just, once all these machines are done and everything, we'll just send all the power over there and it'll be fine. So yeah, so what we need is iron and explosions. Let's get a good bit of iron. We're going to need quite a bit. Can we do the trick? I know we have Draconic Evolution. Is there any other magnets? There is. Ring of Magnetism. How bad is that? That is not bad at all. We'd have to charge it up and all that kind of stuff, but that's fine. Botania, we'll have to get into that later. I'm not too concerned about that right now. We'll worry about that later, because we do need to make the Starfield Creator, which is pretty easy. It just, you have to get to Elven Trade, and that's not the most fun. So we're gonna need, so what about the other thing? So the other thing is is it dislocation? What is it called? It's plate. Alright, so can we do this? Can we hit thermal? Yes. Alright, so what we need to look for, there is an item, or was, that can let you really kind of cheese PneumaticCraft. And I don't know if it's still in the game or not. Doesn't look like it. I don't see it. I don't see anything that looks like it, so that is a shame. Allocators, don't know what those do. I know that the blue things require the servos, and then these are like actual machines. Blue do not require power, whereas the silver colored ones do. Flux capacitors, reservoirs. Oh, is that like a holdable fluid tank? Yeah, that's actually really cool. So we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, by which I mean the slow way, but that's fine. We don't have to worry about magnets either. So we need to make a pressure chamber, and in order to do that, we need to make some pressure chamber walls. We just need about 8 plus a little. I don't really care about the glass. What about this guy? Not too bad. Okay, so we need like probably a lot less than this, but with loss, I think it'd be smart to have this. So we need 4 of that, and we need like 5 of this. And do we have tiny TNT? Industrial TNT. I don't think we want to use that. Okay. So we're going to have to do something like this. And that's not the recipe. Whoops. I know how to make TNT. It's 5 and it's the other way around. So let's make some TNT. And we'll want a lever. Let's go ahead and... Alright, and see if our numbers are right. They are. Alright, so we have quite a bit of the Petrotheum dust. Let's go ahead, harvest our stuff, and see where we're at with all of this. We can always make more food with rice if we need to. Seeds, I don't think we're going to need a lot of seeds, so let's go ahead and get some more canola oil, and then get that turned into, is it? No, it's biomass. I always want to say canola. It's biomass into ethanol. And how much do we have? Ooh, Enderman. Let's kill the Enderman because Ender pearls. Perfect. And we'll just close this back up again. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is chopping down more trees. So what we need to do is we need to explode this stuff, this iron, and we're going to lose a good portion of it. Gonna be honest, we're going to lose a good bit of it. That's okay. That's actually fine. The reason that is fine is because, well, we just need to get a lot of we need a good bit of this stuff, but it's not that important. So we just need to make a little bit of a platform, and we're just gonna go straight up into the air. Do a little explosion up here. Shouldn't be too bad. And all you have to do is explode this stuff, and you'll get compressed iron. So do we just want to jump? I think we just want to jump. So we'll throw the iron on the ground. I'm glad I didn't actually hit the lever, because I want to make sure that this isn't going to go anywhere. And we'll do one of these. Alright, so we're going to throw all this iron on the ground. Hit the lever, and then jump. That's going to blow up. And now we need to just get back up there. Which should not be too much of an issue. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh. And we have 27 out of 34, so that's actually pretty good. That should get us enough of everything we need so that we can make that without explosions. So, that is the first step into PneumaticCraft. You have to explode some iron. Really quite easy, to be honest. So how's this doing? We're getting there. I hope my math is right. Let's go ahead and do the first 50. So it's just all of this stuff together. So clay, redstone, obsidian, and pulverized obsidian, and basalt's powder gives you the Petrotheum dust. And there is 100 of those. And the reason why I have to make... Hold on. I don't think my math is right. So each one... every 4 will give you a bucket. So 100 is 25 buckets. Alright, no, I've got it right. So there we go. That is the first 100. And as soon as this is done with the last little bit, we'll be able to make the other 100 and go from there. So, let's see what we need to do. We need to make some pressure chamber walls. We need some glass. We need some of these guys. We need 1 input. We're going to need some interfaces, so we're going to need some hoppers, which means I need more iron. And wood. Oh no, I don't think we can handle that. I mean, we don't have, like, literally stacks of wood at this point. I wish we could turn, I wish you could turn wood into biomass somehow, and I don't believe you can. I've looked a little bit. I might have missed something, but as far as I am aware, this cannot be turned into biomass, which is a bummer, but whatever. So we'll take a little bit of that. We don't need more glass right now. Now we do need a couple of things. Let's see, pressure gauge. Does that make the safety tube module? Security upgrade. So that is something we're going to want, which is pretty easy, just some gold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of these gets that. We're going to want another thing of that. And we'll need to make safety tube module. And then that requires lapis and obsidian. And we're going to make the safety thing. I will get to what that does in a little bit. So the reason we want this is so that things don't explode. Basically, what we're going to be doing, so if you don't know, PneumaticCraft is based around air pressure. That's what pneumatics are. It is all about air pressure. Now, air pressure is great until it's not. It has a tendency to explode, especially when you try to make things more pressurized than they can handle. So what this mod is all about is you pressurize the system, you pressurize this pressure chamber to compress things and make, we'll be able to make like iron and all that kind of stuff, and you can make diamonds out of block of coals and all that kind of stuff. And you have this meter, so this is your PSI, this is how much pressure there is, pounds per square inch, and it's just, or it's something like that, it stands for something like that, but it's bad if it gets to the red area. A green area means it will make the crafting recipe. Yellow means it needs more air pressure, and you can have negative air pressure, but that we're probably not going to have to get into. So the big thing is you don't want the red. If you get into red, it explodes, unless you have the advanced pressure tubes. I don't believe, yeah, so they have max pressure. So the normal ones have a 5 bar, which is barometric pressure. It's a measurement of pressure. They have a 5 bar limit, whereas the advanced ones have a 20 bar limit. We can't make the advanced ones. These are really, really annoying to make. It requires blocks of compressed iron and laser machine assembly machines. These are really nasty to make sometimes. We don't really care about that. We just need to make this, and this isn't that bad. We do need a pressure chamber for it, and we need to get plastic. That is not terrible for PneumaticCraft. So what we can do, and where are we going to do this? honestly, we need to expand a little bit. We probably won't do that today, though, to be honest. Just because there's not that much room. We could probably put it like right here. We don't need that much space for the pressure chamber. So what we're going to do, we are going to want one piece of this pressure chamber glass. So let's get one piece of glass. If I can remember where it's at. And we're just going to go ahead and do this. And that is literally just so that we can see. So pressure chamber has to be a 3x3 hollow. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do that, and we do need more. That is fine. So put that there. We're also going to want the interfaces. I forgot about that part. So we'll put that there. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put this guy right here. Nope, not like that. It does matter which direction. You want the little hole to be inward and outward, not just up and down. Get the glass so we can see, and we'll need the interfaces. The interfaces will allow us to bring and pull things out of this, and we'll give it speed upgrades eventually, maybe. So we just need a little bit more of that stuff. We also need the 2 hoppers. And we turn 2 of these guys into interfaces. Something like this. Input, output. And I actually want this to go the other way. So input, output. I will have to finish making this setup a little bit later because we need to expand this platform just a little bit. So with that taken care of, it is now waiting for items, and it is ready to go. We can click on it and see all the stuff. There is no pressure in it, and we need to kind of fix that by making a, what is it called, air compressor? Yes, air compressor. So advanced ones are obviously better. They require advanced tube, but these are good enough. It's not that bad to make. We should be able to do it pretty easily. And furnace, like that, and then a tube. So there's the air compressor. So what we're going to have is on the back here, we're going to have a system to build up pressure using this air compressor. And this guy is going to get the security upgrade so that he doesn't blow up. I don't want him to blow up. And we'll pipe stuff in, and then the fun part will begin. We'll have to start working on getting basically everything we need for this. Now these guys are not that hard. We just pipe in redstone and gold, a little bit of pressure, and we'll make the turbine blades. We'll need 6 of those in total. We can make more compressed iron. That's easy. You just put iron in there. This guy is going to be a little bit of a pain. We'll get to that later. And everything else should be pretty easy. So we have 10 more. We need a lot more redstone. We need 20 more redstone. So I did miscount, or I just kind of forgot that I didn't have everything I needed, but that's fine. So we're almost there with that. So let's see, compressed iron can go in there, and let's see, ender pearl, experience, more chopping, and we are getting close to having quite a few things done. Now one thing I want to look at, because I really haven't looked at it all that closely, and I think it's something that's going to be important relatively soon, especially if we can go ahead and do it. And that is whatever gets us the angel ring. The angel ring would be really nice to have. So let's come over here, and while that is all processing, actually this stuff should be pretty close to being done. It's not. Okay. Those machines are so slow. What I'll probably do is between episodes let that run with the Petrotheum dust and get that filled up. So garden cloche, once we get the aluminum from this guy, that'll be that. No problem there. Is this still got power? It still has plenty of coal. Alright. And this is still filling up pretty slowly, but it's working. This guy we are getting close to being done with. That's going to get us an unbreakable wand, which is going to be really nice to build off the base. And then whatever that is, which looks like probably infinite energy, if I had to guess. We look at energy cells. Can't see the best, but it looks like it's an enchanted one. It might have holding. And I don't know if that's any good or not. It might be creative. But this material stonework factory, that is what we need to look at. Because if we can make that pink slime, if we could make and plastic, okay, this isn't that bad. We might work towards this in the next episode because I love that angel ring. Yeah, basically we're just gonna work on other things while we wait for these two guys to be done. This is locking us out of the programmer, and this is locking us out of the garden cloche. So other than that, I don't know that we're going to need that much more stuff. Should be pretty straightforward to finish up this map. I don't know what is going to replace this series when we do finish this, by the way. I haven't decided that yet. So no plans or anything like that, just focusing on this. So this is almost done. So close. Alright, we can go ahead and start producing Petrotheum. And what we can actually do is will this auto extract? I don't think it does. One way to find out, it does not. Alright, well, we can fix that pretty easily. We have transfer nodes. Nope, not fluids, items. And there's the rest of the salt powder. So what we can do is we can just put a chest right here, transfer node up into this guy, and then this guy is going to fill up. We just put the iron drum. I guess we can't do that. Used to be able to do that. Can we do this? Oh wait, no, that's why. Fill. Will that work? Yes. But then that won't transfer. We can't put that in there anymore. So it's not going to be quite as automatic as I'd hoped. But what we can do is actually turn this guy off and just put this here. And put an output on the top. And that'll fill it up. So we're at 35. Put the rest of the Petrotheum dust in there, it will fill up. We can make the rest of it pretty easily. And that is automation. So that will be done relatively soon. So there we go. We just got another quarter of a bucket. This guy we are working on. He'll eventually be done. And we'll get all of the ethanol we need so that we can go produce plenty of EU. And then the last thing we can do is I want to see how much power we have down here stored up. A good bit, for almost 5 million. So let's just go ahead and turn this guy back on, and that should, honestly, that should fill up this guy pretty well. So I'll have to keep an eye on this one, because we needed, what is that, 30 million. We're up to 14. So another 5. That should not be too much longer. So the plan is this. I'm going to spend some time off camera building out a little bit more of an area and letting this guy process and continue working on the ethanol. This is ethanol, not canola. And the RF. And next time, we're hopefully going to have at least a couple of things ready to turn in and go from there. We'll continue working with PneumaticCraft. So, actually, we might stop with PneumaticCraft and work on getting the angel ring. I think that'd be better. So, that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!